Hello everyone, this is Miss Beth from the Door County Library and we are looking at the screen-free craft bag for May. So what have we got? This is what it looks like, and it has things inside the brown bag. It has a piece on the outside, it has the cover, and no, I didn't put instructions. Oh, this was bad. So you'll have to watch the video to see how I am going to tell you how to work on things. So once again, adult supervision is suggested. There are small parts in this. What will you need from home? You're going to need a scissors. You're going to need colors. You're going to need, this time, a glue stick. You can use liquid glue if you want to, but I think a glue stick works out pretty good for this one. So there are four different bookmarks. One of these is going to be in that bag for you. When I finished coloring mine, and you can do what you like, but I finished coloring mine, they looked like this, very fancy, and as you can see, I cut them out from their chunk of paper so that they're a little bit more rounded and a little bit more fancy. So there is that. Always we have something like that. And we have two, count them, two different flowers that we're going to make today. So what do we have? The first one is a very traditional, easy tissue paper flower. This one is with making it with 2 layers. This one is with making it with 4 layers. So you can see that this one's a little bit smaller, but also a little bit more puffy. So you can do this however you want. Let me show you. So there's going to be a piece of tissue paper in your bag. Now, folding it in half, and then using the scissors to very gently cut here. This is the only cutting that's going to be necessary. So if you do it this way, it's the 2-layer version and a little bit bigger, but not quite as fluffy. If you do it this way, and then cutting through very carefully, there, you get 4 layers. So I'm going to do it with the 4 layers. So what you want to do for this is you want to do what they call an accordion fold. So you fold it back and forth like this. So back and forth like this, an accordion fold for the tissue paper flower, like that. Then there's one of these in here. It is called a chenille stem, also called a pipe cleaner. And this is a little piece of pipe cleaner. You just take it and you wrap the pipe cleaner around like that. Okay, it doesn't have to be very tight, but just wrapped around like that. Now, watch this. I spread these out, and then very, very carefully, and this is where things could tear if you're not being careful, you lift up each layer of tissue paper. So, nice and gentle, take it slow. Each layer of tissue paper, go nice and slow so it doesn't tear. Don't pull too hard. There we go. That's one side. And then you spread it out and you do it on the other side. May flowers. There we go. All right. There we go. Just like that. Almost done. And you can scrunch it up a little bit. And there is your very pretty flower made out of tissue paper. See how easy that was? You can do that with all different kinds of paper too if you want. Tissue paper works the best but you could use, oh, I don't know, some coffee filters would work really well for this. So you could color those if you wanted to. So that's that first flower. Then the other pieces that you're going to need that big piece of paper. You're going to need this piece. You're going to need that. And you're going to need these. So I have a whole bunch of different colors of these little bows. These are going to be the flower. This is an extra decoration, so I'm going to cut this guy out a little bit. He's going to be the bee that is fluttering around. And this is one of the reasons why you need that glue stick today. He's an extra decoration. He'll be in here. She will be in here somewhere. Okay, so what is this? So we have some grass. We have the stem for the flower. We also have the petals, the leaves for the flower. So then we need to cut these all out. So I didn't do this in advance, so you're going to have to watch me cut things out. And the white paper is bigger than you're going to need. So if you want to just chop off the section that's got the staple on it, you could do that. It doesn't have to be this big because I made the stems a little smaller. So what we're going to do, truthfully, what we're going to do is we're going to look at what we've got. Once we get them all cut out, you lay them out, and then you decide what you're going to do for gluing things down. So I'll show you how that works. Just 2 shapes. We're almost done getting all the cutting out, taking care of. You do all the cutting out that you feel like you need to do. You take as much time as you like. I'm going kind of quick here so that you don't have to watch me cut quite so much. That's why I don't color the bookmarks in front of you, because coloring the bookmarks takes time and patience, and you don't want to have to sit here and watch me do a video while I'm cutting those out. All right, so what have I got? I've got these pieces. Now, these don't have to be this big. What we really want is for them to be half size. Pink. There we go. All right, so let's lay this out, how we want it to be. So here we go. So that's going to be the grass, and you can, even if you want to kind of give that a little something, you can cut out little pieces to make it more grassy looking. Right, give it a little bit of something there. As much or as little as you want to. You can leave it nice and flat. If your mower is nice and flat for your things. So, but we'll give it a little bit of this for mine. Okay. All right. So let's call it that. Get all of these extra pieces off of here. So that goes at the bottom. Then you have the stem, and the stem comes right up out of the middle. Then you have the leaves here, and there are 4 of them. 1, 2, 3. There's my 4th one. It got brushed off with all the others. There we go. So that's going to be all like this. And we're going to kind of glue them down. When we glue them down, we're just going to glue down the bottoms of these. And then we're going to curl this up a little bit. And we're going to make it a little bit more three-dimensional on the leaves. And then we're going to take, each one of these has a little bit of tape on the back of it. And we're going to put those starting at the top of my stem and coming down. How far do we need to go? That's really what we want to look at, is how far does it need to go? So maybe we move it down, down, down. It goes down here, and maybe goes up a little higher. And then those are going to come down here, and the bee is going to be buzzing around up on top. So you could cut the top off. If that's got a staple in there and you want to take that off, you can cut that right off. We don't even need it. So now that we have an idea of what we're going to do, and we get out our glue stick. And I would suggest putting the stem down first. Stem first. All right, there's the stem. Then I'm going to put my grass, and I'm just going to glue down. And you notice what I'm doing? I'm putting the part where I had the lines are all going into the back, so you can't even see them. All right, then I'm going to do these guys. How high could potentially I go? Okay, I'm going to start right there. All right, so there are a whole bunch of colors. I just happen to have these bows. My bows happen to be green, but there's lots and lots of colors out there. So let's start right about here. You push it down and it sticks. There we go. And we do all 4 of them to make a pretty hyacinth. Isn't that pretty? Look at that, how that goes. And you squeeze them together a little bit so that it looks like the petals of the flower. All right. See how that goes? You just peel that right off, and the glue on the back goes right there. Last one. And peel it right off like that. And there, and that is your flower. Now, let's put those petals on, huh? Shall we? The little stems at the bottom. And let's stick that up. Glue, glue, glue. Glue on the side with the little writing on it. There, the paper on it. There we go. That one, and that one comes up. And another. There. And the last one of the leaves. Like that, just the end, so that the other ones, see, the edges can pop up like that. And then let's put our bee on. And a little bit of glue, and our bee goes towards it, I think. There you go, just like that. And like I said, you can cut out around, because I gave you more paper than you absolutely needed for this. So you can cut out around if you want to, or you can leave it big if you want to. This is your flower. So what do we have? We have 1 flower, we have 2 flowers, we have your coloring, and that is for May. Have a wonderful time working on all of this, and we'll see you next time.